Hello student, how are you? I hope you are all well at home. Today we start first chapter relation and function of standard 12. You know, last year we have definition on relation. Just for remind you, I repeat this definition. We know that suppose two sets A and B be two non-empty sets, then each subset of A cross B is called a relation R from A to B. For example, suppose we consider set A equal to 1, 2, 3 and set B 4, 5, be any two sets. Then we know that A cross B having 6 members 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4 and 3, 5. Obviously we have 2 raised to 6, 64 subsets of A cross B, and hence there must be 64 relations from given set A to given set B. Am I right? I hope you clear. Now let us consider one relation from set A to set B. Suppose R1 equal to 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 5. We see that 1, 4 belongs to R1. So what we say? We say is 1 related to 4 under relation R1. And you know how we write 1 R1 4. But we see that 3 4 does not belongs to R1. You check all of you. 3 4 not belongs to R1. So what we say? 3 is not related to 4 under relation R1. And therefore what we write? 3 does not R1 to 4. Clear? Okay. Now the set of first member of each order pairs in relation R is called the domain set of relation. This is definition of domain set of relation. The set of first member of each order pair in relation R is called a domain set of relation. Similarly, the set of second member of each order pair in relation R is called the range set of relation R. Clear? Okay. Now in above discussion, what we choose relation R1? 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 5. So that what is domain set of this relation R1? Must be set consisting 3 member 1, 2, 3 this way. And what is the range set? Range set must be set of second member of each order pair in R1. So they are 4 and 5. So therefore range set of relation R1 is 4, 5. Clear all of you? Okay. Now we discuss types of relations. Last year we know empty relation. That is set 5. 5 we know an empty relation. Now what about universal relation? We know A cross A. A cross A is the universal relation, because our relation R is called universal relation if each element of A is related to every element of A. So that is A cross A. So therefore A cross A we call universal relation, 5 we call empty relation. Now they are also known as trivial relation because they are simple, because 5 always subset of A cross A and A cross A always subset of A cross A. So therefore phi and A cross A are always there, subsets of A cross A, and that's why they are called trivial relation. Now we go for another type of relation. They are now new for you. This is now for this year. We start reflexive relation, then symmetric relation and transitive relation. Now be careful, all of you. What is reflexive relation? A relation R in a set A is called reflexive if order pair AA belongs to R for every A belongs to A. Remember, A is any given set, non-empty sets. And relation R in a set A, when we call reflexive, if order pair AA member of R means element A related to A itself under R, then we call reflexive relation, and it should happen for all A belongs to A. Means, suppose we have in set A 3 member 1, 2, 3. Then what is reflection? Suppose we write relation R for this set A, then what we write? Suppose we write 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, then we call it is a reflexive relation because every member related to itself. Now look at second one, symmetric relation. A relation R in a set A is called symmetric when if order pair A1, A2, check A1, A2 different element what I select here. A1, A2 order pair member of R, it implies A2, A1 reverse order pair. Look at A2, A1 belongs to R. If it happen, then we call relation is symmetric, and it should happen for all A1, A2 belongs to A. So then after we have another relation, transitive relation. A relation R in a set A is called transitive relation when if A1, A2 belongs to R, A2, A3 also belongs to R, it implies A1, A3 belongs to R. Check here again, if A1, A2 belongs to R, another pair A2, A3 belongs to R, then A1, A3 also belongs to R, then we call it is transitive relation. And if in a given relation we see reflexive relation, symmetric relation, transitive relation, all these relations are valid, then it is called equivalent relation. So what is equivalence relation? A relation R in a set A is said to be an equivalence relation if R is symmetric, reflexive and transitive. Now I show you one example in each type of this relation. See, one example I consider here, empty relation. Let capital A268, be careful all of you, A268, B35, and suppose we choose relation R defined by this way, set of order pair AB such that A belongs to A, B belongs to B and A minus B is even. Now think yourself, set A268 I choose, B I choose 35, and relation in R, when we have AB element, if you choose A from set A, B from set B, and what difference A minus B? E1. Now what can you think here? We see none of members in set R. How I say this? Check all of you. Suppose I choose from set A 2 element and in set B 3, 2 and 3. So what difference 2 minus 3? Minus 1 is not even. So is not member of R. Similarly take 2, 5. 2, 5 order pair suppose you select, then 2 minus 5. Look at A minus B condition you read. 2 minus 5 minus 3 is again minus 3, not even, so is not member of R. Same way you check. 6 minus 2, 6 minus 5, 8 minus 3, 8 minus 5 are all odd. They are not even. And that is why none of members we see in R. And so we call R is an empty relation. I hope you clear. Once again I repeat, look at set A 2, 6, 8, set B 3, 5, and I choose set R having member AB, where A member of A, B member of B, and A minus B is E1. So we see that this relation R is an empty relation. Reason is none of numbers like 2 minus 3, 2 minus 5, 6 minus 3, 6 minus 5, 8 minus 3, 8 minus 5 is all odd numbers. They are not even, and therefore I is 5. I hope you clear. Let's start universal relation. One example I choose for universal relation. Let A curly bracket 1, 2 and B curly bracket 4, 5. Suppose you write capital set R 1, 1, 1, 5, 2, 1 and 2, 5. What can you say here? Then is it A cross B? R is A cross B, clear? No. See, I repeat, B is 1, 5, not 4, 5, 1, 5. And A is 1, 2. So when I write R, then definitely I have 1, 1, then 1, 5, then 2, 1 and 2, 5. It is as good as A cross B. Am I right? Yes. So it R is called universal set. Here we choose two sets, A cross B, because A, B different set I select. And then if R is A cross B, we call universal set relation. If you have only one set A and if you write A cross A, then we say R is universal relation on set A. Now third one, reflexive relation. Suppose set A we choose curly bracket 1, 2, 3. Now I have three relations. All of you look carefully. R1 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. R2, I write 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3. In R3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 2. Clear? Now you have to examine, you have to use your definition of reflexive relation and discuss whether R1, R2, R3 reflexive relation or not. So when you look your definition of reflexive relation, then we know set consisting member A order pair. For every A belongs to A, then we call it is reflexive relation. So I hope you clear that first R1 is obviously reflexive relation because all member present in A 1, 2, 3 and we see in R1 1, 1 pair, 2, 2 pair and 3, 3, all 3 pairs. So definitely R1 is reflexive. What about R2? Now check again in R2. We see in R2, I think 6 members. You have to check for reflexive only what? Order pair AA present there in R2 or not. For every A belongs to A. So we see yes, 1, 1 is there, 2, 2 is there, 3, 3 is there. No problem whether other members are there or not. No question for that. What we see, 1, 1 there or not, 2, 2 there or not, 3, 3 there or not. Yes, they are. So definitely R2 also reflexive. Now think about R3. I hope you clear that R3 is not reflexive. Why? Because 1, 1 there, 2, 2 there. But is there 3, 3? No. 2, 3 and 3, 2 given. 3, 3 member not given. Definitely therefore R3 is not reflexive. You clear now? What is reflexive relation? In reflexive relation, according to definition, A member of capital A should relate it to A itself. And that we see in R1, R2, but in R3, 3, 3 not present. Now next one about symmetric relation. There is again similar type example I choose. Let A 1 2 3, R1 1 2 2 1, R2 1 2 2 1 1 3 3 1, and R3 what? 2 3 3 2 1 3. Now you try to remember what is definition of symmetric relation. In symmetric relation, when we call relation given relation R is symmetric, if order pair AB member in R, at the same time BA also member of R, that is reverse pair. Order pair AB if in R, the reverse order pair BA also in R, then and only then we say it is symmetric relation. So through R1 now, look at 1 2 we have in R1. Is there 2 1 in R1? Yes, 2 1 also given in R1. The 1 2 its reverse order pair 2 1, and for 2 1 its reverse order pair 1 2, both are present there. Definitely, therefore R1 is symmetric relation. Of course, it is not reflexive, that you can easily see, because 1 1 2 2 3 3 not given there. So not reflexive, but it is symmetric. Be careful. Come to the next number R2. See, there is 1 2 2 1 1 3 3 1. Now check. 1 2 reverse order pair 2 1 is there. 2 1 order pair 1 2 reverse is there. 1 3 order pairs reverse 3 1 is there. 3 1 order pairs reverse 1 1 3 also there. So definitely R2 also symmetry. And again it is not reflexive, because 1 1 2 2 3 3 not given there. You check and compare, keep in mind. Now in R3, what R3? 2 3, then 3 2, then 1 3. Now you decide yourself. What about R3? Of course it is not symmetric. Why not symmetric? Because 2 3 reverse order pair 3 2 we find, 3 2 reverse order pair 2 3 also there. But what about 1 3? Only 1 3 is given, 3 1 is not given, and that's why it is not symmetric. Clear? Okay, next one. Now we think about transitive relation. Transitive relation. Yes. Now in transitive relation, you try to remember definition what we given, that AB order pair in relation R, BC order pair in relation R, at the same time if by dropping B, A to C, AC order pair also in R, then we call transitive relation. This is our definition. I repeat again, if order pair AB in R, order pair BC in R, then if order pair AC in R, then we call transitive relation, right? So look at one example. Suppose set A, again I choose 1 2 3 and 3 relation on set A I written here. R1 1 2 2 3 1 3 3 2. Can you say R1 is transitive? Decide yourself. For example, suppose I start